Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Trimco number 1063. This is a edge pull shown in the 625 polished chrome or bright chrome finish. 1063 is a standard and classic edge pull that you're going to see in countless residential and commercial applications. Includes a couple of screws for attaching. Now, this is not handicap compliant, but in terms of a residential application, you can expect to see this all the time. You will use the edge pull in conjunction with a couple of flush pulls, round or rectangular or square or whatever the design requirement is. Very nice quality item. Solid brass and a polished chrome finish. This will, of course, be available in all of the common finishes: your brass, your bronze, your chrome, your oil-rubbed bronze. There is a link below this video to the cut sheet that shows you the important dimensional properties of the item, and really is going to also act as a machining template, a routing template. Let's go over the dimensional properties now. Width, 3/4 inch. Height, 3 7/8. Okay. Now the depth, the overall depth, they're showing at basically 1 9/16, 1 5/8. Forgive me. Preparation for this, well, it's going to be simple and straightforward. You're going to do just 2 preparations. And I find a woodworker's best friend is really the caliper rather than the router. I like to use the caliper so that I can accurately gauge the physical dimensions of the piece of hardware. If I have one and I'm going to use it as a template by which to machine the door, I would, because those dimensions aren't given on the piece of hardware directly, I would measure the actual piece. Now, you could certainly ascertain that your prep is going to be, you're going to do 2 preparations. You'll do a body prep, which will be all the material that has to go down into the unit itself. And you could simply route from here, right underneath the screw hole, down to right on top of the screw hole here, the width of the plate, and then the depth of this. You can give yourself a box mortise, so to speak. Now, I would personally do that prep, but I wouldn't make it 3/4 wide. I would do it ever so slightly less, because it's obvious that you don't need quite that much room for the interior. If you were to measure the width of everything here, it wouldn't be quite 3/4 inch. And up here as well, you can see that the plate isn't 3/4 inch. So you might make that ever so slightly less. Or you might just make it 3/4. I personally would do a body prep slightly less. I would measure the overall. These tabs don't go all the way to the outside of the face of the plate. They're quite close. This one could be pushed in a little bit to cheat out a 32nd of an inch. So I would make my preparation, the body first, like I said, from this screw hole down to this screw hole, and then I would do the depth. Okay? Then I would go back and I would do my 3/4 by 3 7/8 by my thickness of just the lip of this as the plate preparation with my router. That's how I would go about doing it. After, of course, you've determined the height at which to install that, you might want to take an audit of the balance of the doors in the space to make sure that while the edge doesn't matter so much, but if you have a line of sight down a long hallway in a commercial application, you want the lock height to be, a correct line of sight all the way down. So you might want to review where to prep for the face pulls, the flush pulls, and then, of course, you're going to want your edge pull to be very much in the vicinity of those. Another dimension that I've been asked in the past is how far it projects when pulled out. So from the face of the edge of the door down to the extreme part of the pull, you're at 1.25 inches. Okay. Very nice quality item, very good fit and finish, and that's a hallmark of the Trimco line. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Trimco products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to the full product catalog. It's always enjoyable to review a Trimco product because that good quality fit and finish always comes through, whether it is an inexpensive edge pull like this, or it's a set of solid brass polished triple push bars on a door as well. I like reviewing Trimco material because when you cut the box open, you absolutely still smell the polish that was used before the final step to packaging. It's almost as if the care and the concern over the quality of the fit and finish literally comes through as you unpackage the material. And it does, in that regard, set Trimco aside. Their name is synonymous with high-quality trim and auxiliary hardware and has been for years. Using their name, using their products, you will enjoy a industry-wide level of acceptability with the Trimco name. If you have any questions on the Trimco, they're part number 1063. Forgive me if I said 1065 earlier. 1063 edge pull or any other Trimco product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much.